Hey guys, today I'm doing a review on the LEGO Minions Rise of Gru brick-built minions in their lair. This has 876 pieces and retails for $50. That's actually a really good price for this set, but let's get into it. Let's start with the Stuart buildable figure. So this Stuart figure is made out of a lot of Legos and it actually looks really accurate to the Stuart. And the Stuart's arms can move, hand and fingers. The feet can move just a teensy bit. And you can see Stuart has the expression that he had on the motorcycle chase box or whatever. And you can see Stuart's hair on the top has these little things which are held in by clipper pieces. And when you turn to the back, there's nothing special, but you can actually open the minions up. And you see this? It doesn't do anything, but it moves the eye. And you can see that Stuart has a target and an arrow, so you could pretend Stuart throws the target and an arrow. A poster, which has WK, probably because Stuart is epic. And you will see some calculator register pieces throughout the whole build of the minions. And up here you can see the license plate of Stuart, which I put on badly. And you can see that Stuart has these little speakers. And over here, he has another poster. He has a boomerang, a tape, and then like a video game TV. He has a TV with a video game on it. Maybe that tape is the video game. But the cool thing is, you can get the bed out. And then you can put your Stuart figure in. But sadly, you cannot close this thing with the Stuart minifigure in. And, well, you can close it with the Stuart minifigure in, but not with the bed in. So you'll have to do that. And then close the minion. Sometimes you'll have troubles closing it, but you won't have that much trouble. And sadly, the pouch does not open like the Mega Bloks buildable Kevin, but these are much better than the Mega Bloks one. Alright, let's get into Kevin. So Kevin is taller than Stuart, and he has a little dead push piece up here for his hair, and sometimes this can fall off easily. And Kevin has 2 eyes and a smiling face. Once again, the pouch cannot open, and the arms are longer this time, and the arms can move, and gloves and fingers like last time. His feet can move a little, but they'll fall off. The pouch cannot open, if I already said that. And when you flip to the back, you can open Kevin up as well. And there's a little different thing. You can see that this spins his eyes. And you can spin like both of his eyes different ways. So you can make crazy Kevin. But when you go on the back in the Kevin, you can see that there's a name tag for Kevin, which I put that. Well, on the license plate, and he has cameras. He's like spying on Otto, the motorbike, and like prototypes of robots, and the fart gun, nuclear bomb. And there's a little stool and a tape, calculator pieces, cash register, and that stool is for your Kevin minifigure, so you can have Kevin watching over those cameras or computers. And up here he has a steering wheel, a banana to stack on, a wrench, and a washing machine, and probably like a jar right there. And he has a fire extinguisher, because sometimes Bob and Stuart can get crazy. He has a crowbar, poster with sticky notes, and, well, you can actually close Kevin up with the stool, so that's nice. But the thing is, you can rebuild Kevin into Bob. So let's do that. Before we review Bob, there's 2 things. Last time in the Unstoppable Bike Chase set, I've got every single eye, like an extra of every single eye, which came in the set. But this one, I only got extra of Bob's eyes. And you want to keep these pieces somewhere, because if you build Kevin and just throw away the pieces or lose them, then you can't build Bob. And once you build Bob, you want to keep the pieces safe for Kevin. But let's review Bob now. Alright, so here is Bob. Bob is shorter than Stuart, but Bob is supposed to be. And once again, his arms can move, his glove can move, and his finger can move. And the pouch right here cannot open like the others. And up here, he's bald, but Bob is supposed to be bald. And once again, you can make Bob look crazy by spinning each eye separately. And when you turn on the back, when you open Bob up, you can see this moves Bob's eyes. So you can have normal Bob and crazy Bob, whatever. And I put the license plate on good, so at least that. This kind of reminds me of Ninjago because he has like bushes in here and some flower pots, some drawers there, and a sword like that. Maybe a stick, but it kind of reminds me of what Master Wu's stick. He has a little statue, and he has like a death mark and a vase up there. And he has those things which I do not know what these things are called. Bob can hold all that stuff, and there's also like down here, so you can pretend like Bob is training to become a ninja maybe. And if you push down on the minions, you're gonna have a little bit of a hard time to close them, because when you push down, that gets in the way. So let's push up again. And like I said, the feet can move, but not really, and they'll fall off mostly and get stuck like that. But anyway, here is Bob. Let's look at the figures. Here is Bob. I put a sword and whatever these things are called, I don't know what this is called, in his hands. And you can also take his hat off. This hat fits the minions the best. And you can see Bob is bald and 2 different colored eyes. And he has like an orange suit with some black lines. And he can fall over sometimes. And if you don't know how minion figures work, they come in mini pieces. So I put Bob back together and moved his eyes, because once you take the eyes off, you can put them back on, but move them. So I kind of made Bob look weird. But here is Bob. Let's look at the other mini figures. Here are the other figures, which is Stuart in pajamas and then Kevin. Kevin is exclusive to the set right now because I know 3 others got canceled. And Stuart, he's in his pajamas and has this chill face. And he has white gloves and white shoes. And on the back, there's no printing except these lines. And Stuart has hair. And Kevin also has a chill face and has a little pouch and overalls. Like, Kevin is the minion that is dressed normal in this set. You could get Kevin to dress in pajamas if you take their torsos off or whatever. So you could have pajama Kevin or whatever. Back to the figures. Kevin has that chill face, like I said, and he has this little hair piece, which is actually longer than the one on the buildable figure or whatever. There's no printing on the back. He is in overalls, and Kevin actually has a hat. All you have to do, take his hair off and then grab his hat. I think this is a construction hat. He has it on the box. And then Stuart, he also has a hat. A fire hat. These hats don't work well. They work, but you need like a stud to put them on, because you see like you need a stud. But this hat works the best with the minions. This hat that Bob had is just the best hat for any of the minions. But let's wrap it up. But before we do that, let's look at these instructions. So these instructions shows you how to build Kevin and then shows you how to build Bob. But the weird thing is, after you build Bob, right here, after you build Bob, it says rebuild Kevin into Bob after you've built Kevin and Bob. For some reason, it should have shown this like right after you're done building Kevin. Then it has advertisements for the other sets. I might miss out on that one, but if it's $30 and that's an automatic pickup. And I think the back of that rebuild Kevin into Bob actually made it into the motorcycle set. But let's wrap it up. Alright, that is it for the LEGO Minions Rise of Gru brick-built minions in their lair. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next video. Bye!